The American Heart Association confirms heart disease is in fact the #1 cause of death in the U.S. In 2020, nearly 400,000 people died from coronary heart disease, mainly being the elderly. One Greensboro man, though, is raising awareness after almost experiencing a heart attack himself.
Exercising, an activity that's good for the mind, body, and soul.
I usually do close to 3 miles.
Just ask 72-year-old Rich Goldsmith.
You got it.
He works out 5 days a week in Greensboro to maintain a healthy lifestyle.
I do free weights. I'll do a treadmill. I'll do a kind of a stair step kind of machine.
Working out wasn't always a major priority for Goldsmith. Real estate and running a business were, but now he's semi-retired.
I was slowing down in my business anyway, and this really took me out of commission.
The sudden blockage of an artery is what took him out of working full-time.
Just imagine your blood's trying to go to your body and only 10% is getting through.
His health problem started in June of this year. He experienced shortness of breath, tooth, and chest pain.
I'd walk 100 feet and I'd have to sit down and catch my breath.
This led him to surgery.
Every doctor I've talked to has said, I mean, this is a traumatic surgery. They have said, we're very lucky we caught it because I was a candidate for a heart attack or stroke.
Although the surgery was a success, being in the hospital took a toll on his mental health.
It is very traumatic. It is just traumatic, psychological as well as physical.
His family lives in Pennsylvania and Chicago, so the majority of his hospital visits came from friends and church members.
College Park Baptist Church, Pastor Michael Yusei. Michael talked to me before the surgery. He came to the hospital 3 times. I'm sorry, excuse me. 3 times to see me.
People go through difficult times, and when our body's hurting, we feel puny, and it's hard to feel the love of another person or the love of God when we're physically hurting.
The church was just fantastic, incredible. They brought me meals for like 3 months. I get very emotional when I talk about it.
He's articulate and a wonderful individual, and it's lovely to have him around.
After surgery, Goldsmith had to participate in Moses Cone's 8-week cardiac rehabilitation program to get back on his feet.
The minute you walked in, you were monitored. They took your blood pressure several times when you were there. Constant encouragement. You were bonding with other people going through the same situation.
It's through the program where he learned the importance of exercising.
Just like people have different cardiac needs, they also have different orthopedic needs. So maybe you need to start at a low pace and do a recumbent bike. Or maybe you're ready to do some endurance training.
Learning risk factors of heart disease were also taught through rehab. Dr. Mahesh Chandrasekhar, a cardiologist with Moses Cone, says some people have non-modifiable factors.
You don't choose if you've had a strong family history. What you do have choices over are how we can prevent those diseases if you have cholesterol issues, by helping you get your cholesterol down, blood pressure, diabetes.
Exercising, getting a good sleep, and eating healthy are things that can help.
You've got to change the way you're living and the way you're doing things, and you don't want to go back to normal. You want to be better than normal.
The choice to maintain a healthy lifestyle is what's keeping Goldsmith going. He hopes with this story he can help others too.
I love those 2 thumbs up. We just heard a great personal story about their life before and after having a heart event. So right now we want to take a look at what's going on with that. And so a new chapter begins after having a heart attack. What should that look like to us, doctor?
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah, often a heart event like that can be an abrupt change in life. You feel kind of alone. Why did it happen to me? And I try to reassure patients and say, look, we're gonna look at your medicines, look at your health in general, and try to make some changes to prevent an event in the future. And we can do it with medicine and with changes in habits, exercise and diet.
All right, so what are the do's and the don'ts? Because I think sometimes, like for us, it's kind of easier to put things in columns.
Sure. I think right after an event, often people will be, depending again on age, they'll say, well, I'm going to get back out there and you'll see how good I can be and I'll do it quick. And I say, hang on a minute, your body's been through a big event. You've got to recover from that. And that's where we've got a team, our cardiac rehab team. They meet the patient in the hospital And then after discharge, we've got cardiac rehab, and it's really in a controlled setting. And then you get to see how you do, both your heart rate, your blood pressure, your tolerance, and you compare yourself to other people in the community. And it does, I've never had a patient say that was a waste of time. You can learn a lot and gain some comfort along the way.
All right, so let's then tackle this. What should we be doing to help reduce the chances of it happening again?
Yeah, I think one, going back to see your doctor, your cardiologist, taking the medicines that have been prescribed, keeping track of your blood pressure. Again, if you've had an intervention done there, a couple medicines really important in that first year that help keep stents open if you've had a stent placed. Watching your diet, whole natural food. Trying to avoid a lot of processed, really minimize the processed food, and just get out and start walking. And then again with cardiac rehab, I think they all work together to try to keep you, to prevent an event in the future.
Yeah, it can be challenging to start the lifestyle changes that are recommended, like the diet and the exercise and that kind of thing. How important is it to have that strong system?
A strong support system, I think, is key to the environment around you. Patients will come with family members to their appointments. You're living with your family, you're living with people. Having people around you know what's going on, and getting support from them. And again, support through cardiac rehab is important. And you're helping them too, because you're probably teaching them things that then will help them in the future. I kind of look at it as a win-win.
Gotcha. Okay. Dr. Paula Ross with Cone Healthcare. She is here talking to us about it. We're going to continue this conversation right after the break. We'll be right back.